Don't look now, but the games are about to begin. Actual basketball games, NBA basketball games.
I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be a good one.
Preseason variety, Jimmy Butler and the New Look Minnesota Timberwolves take on Lonzo Ball and the Lakers Saturday night right here on NBA TV as the preseason begins at 9:30 Eastern Time.
Get ready for a lot of turnover matches. I got to tell you something real quick. When you have 4 days of practice, Isiah, how about that first exhibition game when it's 4 or 5 days in? Those are all exciting. When you look at that game and you go, ooh, this is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, 20 to 25 turnovers.
Don't oversell the game, okay?
I'm just saying get ready. See a lot of good players, but you may have a few turnovers.
Let's welcome in Jamie Maggio, who spoke with Ball.
All right, Lonzo, you're about to embark on your NBA career. It's going to be a little bit different than the college game, but with the current style of basketball in the NBA, how do you think your skill set is going to fit in?
I think it'll fit in just well. You know, the game's definitely getting faster and faster every year. That's how I've been playing my whole life, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'm just excited for the season to start.
What are you looking to improve in your game as you get into your rookie season?
Well, you can prove everything. You know, I'm just a rookie, so I have a lot to work on, but definitely my body. You know, playing against grown men, I feel like that's a need.
Good answer, by the way. Outstanding summer league performance. What was that like for you to be out there, to be with these new teammates and to wear the purple and gold?
It was a lot of fun, and then plus, you know, all the fans that was there, you know, definitely a lot of love was shown. And, yeah, just to put that, you know, even though it wasn't the real jersey, you know, I had Lakers across it, and it was just fun to be out there, you know, the 2 weeks that I got to spend with my teammates and, you know, the staff and stuff. So definitely glad I got a chance to do that.
You felt the love from the Laker fans. This fan base has high expectations, you know this. So what do you think the likelihood is to make the playoffs this year? Is this team, do they have that potential?
I think we do. You know, that's our goal for this year, make the playoffs and go from there. So we're going to see what happens.
Expectations for yourself on a personal level, you know, getting into the game. Have they talked to you about, you know, any sort of minutes restrictions? Are you anticipating being a major factor early on?
I mean, nothing has been, you know, said like that. You know, I'm expecting to come in and do what I can to help the team win.
What excites you the most about this team when you look around and some of the moves that the you know, front office made in the offseason?
Yeah, well, we were very young, but we just brought in some, you know, very good vets, and you know, that mixture is going to be great, I think.
What about off-season workouts? What have you been up to?
Just been in the gym, you know, all summer.
Non-stop, right?
Summer. I mean, we have a very young team, though, so I'm not the only one. And, you know, it's kind of giving us a jump start since everybody's pretty much been in here for the most part.
Yeah, is it true that Luke Walton had to tell you guys to back up a little bit, to ease off the gas pedal as far as working out? He kicked you guys out of the gym a couple times?
That happened a few times.
What was your response to that?
I mean, it's Luke Walton. I can't really say nothing. I can't override him, so, you know, I had to go home and then come back.
What has Magic and Rob Pelinka said to you about, you know, expectations for this year and how to approach it, especially when there's such a heavy spotlight on you being a number 2 pick and given the college career that you had?
Yeah, they say I can always come to them, you know, talk to them whenever I need to. The good thing is I'm from here, so I know what LA is all about. But definitely said, you know, there's outside distractions and different pressures and stuff. But just to stay focused and come and talk to them pretty much whenever I need something.
Having the presence of Magic Johnson in the front office and coming to practices, it's obviously a bonus. But from point guard to point guard, I mean, what do you think that you can learn from him, and what have you already learned from him?
Yeah, every and anything. I mean, in my opinion, he's the best point guard to ever play. So that's what I'm trying to be. So anything he tells me, you know, definitely going to take that in consideration. And, you know, basically, like I said, he just told me to stay focused, be a professional, stay in the gym, and just take care of my body.
Shoe game. We're going to see a lot of different shoe styles from you. I know NBA players like to flaunt their style. You particularly in the shoe business, what can we expect?
I mean, off the court, who knows? On the court, you know, most likely big baller brand stuff, but, you know, I'll switch it up a few nights.
Are you having fun already here in Los Angeles? I mean, I know we're just getting started, but it seems like you're having a good time already.
For sure. It's a dream come true.
Thank you, Lonzo, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Lonzo Ball there with Jamie Maggio. Clearly his hair got bigger since we saw him over Summer League, which was pretty spectacular in Las Vegas. Well, Lonzo Ball-led L.A. Lakers are going to be what this season?
I think they're going to be exciting. I think they're going to be good.
Good? Define good.
Well, I think they got a chance to win 34 to 40 games in the West. And the reason why is because,
pretty good.
You know, he as a player, he gets it. He will make everyone better. And then he has a solid frame of mind. He has a good work ethic. You know, I know we have a tendency to look at, you know, his dad and everything that his dad says and everything.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
But as a family, right, the family that I met and the kid that I met, I like all of them. I like what they're about. They work hard. There's no drugs. There's no alcohols. There's nothing that you will be concerned with as a manager or as a coach about him off the floor. He'll be able to handle Los Angeles. I think he's going to be the perfect player for this rejuvenated Laker revival.
I think Ball's going to be the rookie of the year because he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot, and they're going to let him go. I don't think they'll win quite as much as you do. I think the West is really tough. I think more the 25 to 30, 31, 32. But he's going to have the ball in his hand a lot, and he makes everybody better. You like playing with guys like that. He throws it ahead. I watched him in the summer league. He just had 15 times a game, he just threw it ahead 15 feet and let you make the next decision. Came running down the floor, got the ball back, and made another play. He gives it to you in positions where you can succeed as a player. So I think he's really going to help them. I just don't think they're good enough around him. And look, as a young guy, he's got a lot to learn as to how to win in the NBA. But I thought of all the players I saw in that draft, I thought he was the one that was special. I thought he was more special than Fultz. I thought he was just more dynamic, made everybody better than Tatum, even though Tatum was a good shooter. He was the one guy I looked at and said, I think he can make everybody better. And I would like to play with that guy. When you watch him play, you go, I would like to play with that guy.
Yeah, so did I. You know what else I found interesting about him?
What's that?
He doesn't have a big personality.
No, he's
Magic
pretty
Johnson
low-key
had
guy.
a pretty big personality, but he's just solid.
How could you have a big personality when you have your dad for your dad? Is that his dad? He just overrode everything. I do like the kid.
26 wins for the Lakers last season. To me, the number this year is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're trying to get better,
30.
and then maybe Paul George or somebody walks in the door next summer.
Highly probable.
What people think. Don't do that to Kyrie Irving.
There goes Tatum. Oh, watch out.
That's a rookie, too.
Yeah, that dude.
All right, Luke. So let's talk about the upcoming season. What are you looking forward to, and how is this team going to be different than last year?
Well, there's a lot I'm looking forward to from a coaching standpoint. Really watching these players grow. We've done I think the front office has done a great job of bringing in some more players that are of the mindset that we're looking for. Brook and the way he defends the rim, the fact he can shoot threes and space the court for us on offense. KCP's and a great wing defender on ball, like lockdown defender type of player. And defense is something that's very important to us as a staff and us as a team as we go forward. So, the way our young players have been working all off season, now we get to see that and how it looks against other teams. Obviously, the addition of the rookie class that we have, Zoe gives us a point guard that I feel, makes everyone on his team better when he's on the floor, and it allows us to play a game that the way that I think is basketball's meant to be played, and that's with the ball flying all around the court. And some of those other young rookies we have are very promising as well. So there's a lot to be excited about as a staff, but what our job is to take all that excitement and make it really simple and drill home some basic ideas. And for that, and for us, that's going to be defense, that's going to be transition, how we get out and run, and that's going to be moving the ball on offense. So we're going to take a lot of the excitement and temper it down for now and focus on some of the basics of the game.
Sounds pretty simple, Luke. But last year, you had said, and you weren't necessarily measuring success of the season by wins and losses. Is that your same approach going into this season, or does that change a little bit?
Yeah, because to me it doesn't matter how many games you win or lose until you establish who you are and you have a culture and a foundation that allows you to win consistently. So no matter what we do this year, until we get to the point that I feel like we've created our identity and we're consistently playing the style we want to play, that then wins and losses come later to me. When we get there, then I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on wins and losses, but we're looking at this from the big picture of a coaching staff of trying to win championships again and sacrificing
teaching points or sacrificing learning experience for some of the players to try to chase wins isn't a priority for us.
You said
All right, Luke Walton there talking big picture in LA, and from where you sit, how many years away are the Lakers from their big picture goal, contending for championships?
A lot of years away right now. Let's say make some changes. I like, when a coach tells you I'm not worried about wins and losses, that means we're not that good. But I'm not going to sacrifice a win for, I would rather have this guy lose. That's baloney. Let's tell you what, Luke's going to try to win every single game. He's going to push those guys. They need more talent. I like Ball there. I think they're setting themselves up. I really want Magic to do well. I'm really pulling for him to have a lot of success there. But they're just, I like Ingram. He's a nice player. I'm not a big fan of Brook Lopez. I know they got him in this trade, but his money comes off and they can get out of there. So I just think that with their team, Randall, Clarkson, Ball, Ingram, Randall, they've got to build around those guys, but they just need more talent. But they are setting themselves up for a free agent, possibly some big free agents to come there.
Yeah, and you mentioned Magic, and you mentioned, all of us wanting him to do well. What Walton has that a lot of organizations really don't have is they got a guy like Magic in the front office who has said to him, hey, it's about reestablishing and rebuilding our culture, our identity, our fan base will understand. And that's similar to what Danny did in Boston. It's like that Celtic fan base understood that they were going through a rebuild. They went and got a college coach, not proven in the NBA, and said, hey, look, we're going to give you the time, we're going to give you the resources, and this is what we're building. Well, lo and behold, it's here in Boston. I think LA is going through the same process right now.
Luke Walton, unproven as a head coach, obviously, came in, and he's got a chance to learn on the job with his young team. You mentioned Ingram. What are you looking for out of Brandon Ingram? What would you like to see from him in terms of his progression?
A weight gain.
Yeah,
well, that's the one obvious thing, but
way more consistency. You know what? He's one of those guys. They scare me sometimes. Is he a jack of all trades, master of none? Like he doesn't shoot it quite good enough. His handle is solid, but he doesn't pass it quite good enough. He's got to become a better shooter. He's got to become a better playmaker, beating people off the dribble, finding others. I think he's got a nice package of skills, but he's got to set himself. All great players set themselves apart with something they do uniquely well. I'm not sure what Ingram does yet, but he's such a young kid. He does need to get stronger.
Yeah, and you talked about he does have a unique skill set, and we don't know if he can use that skill set because his body wasn't ready to
doesn't allow him to do some things he'll be able to do.
Yeah, so if he gains some weight and gets some some what we call man weight, then will he be able to use his skill set out on the floor?
Can't necessarily get where he wants to go. He gets bumped off his
But
lines.
at 19, you can't get man weight, man strength. You got to be like 21, 22 to get that man strength. See, 25, 26.
Point well taken.
Teen strength. That's what he
has, teen strength.
Quickly, before we get going, the storyline of the day for you, what stood out from all these interviews?
To me, it was LeBron James and Greg Popovich. Those were the two, not from a basketball standpoint, but their social justice stands and impact on society.
Well, to me, it was all the change and all the hope that all these teams have that they're getting better and maybe they can sneak up and clip Golden State's wings. We'll see.
That'll wrap it up for this 4-hour edition of the Media Day coverage, but back with another hour at 9 Eastern time. We'll see you then.